Commander Ryland Vance remembered only fire, screams, and the burning poison spreading through his chest as he threw himself over the terrified alien princess. The Draconis hunters rode toward them on reptilian beasts, arrows glowing with toxic green fire. He knew the shot that struck him was fatal, but he refused to die until the little girl in his arms was safe. Her silver-braided hair brushed his cheek as she cried, "Ryland, don't leave me." Then darkness. He expected death. Instead, he awoke to cold light, floating inside a crystal pod. His lungs dragged in their first breath, in what felt like ages. He sat up sharply. No wounds. No scars. Only faint glowing lines across his chest where the poisoned arrows had struck. The chamber around him hummed with alien energy. A soft voice trembled from behind him. "Ryland, you're awake." He turned and froze. The little girl was gone. Before him stood a tall, radiant woman with pale blue skin and shimmering violet eyes. Her silver hair flowed down her back in regal braids, and a crystalline crown sat upon her brow. She looked powerful and heartbreakingly familiar. "Lyra," he whispered. She nodded, tears gathering. "Welcome back. You've been asleep for 319 years. The world spun. Ryland gripped the edge of the pod, breath-catching. 3 centuries. The child he had died to protect had grown into a queen. "You healed me?" he asked, stunned. Lyra stepped closer. "You were dying. The poison was beyond any cure. So I placed you in chronostasis. I combined Elendrian biomatrix energy with your body. You are still human, but changed." Her voice softened. "I couldn't let you die, Ryland. Not you." She guided him through her palace, towering crystal structures, floating bridges of light, starships grown from organic alloys. The galaxy he once knew was gone, replaced by wonders beyond imagination. "My people rebuilt," Lyra explained. "We rose from the ashes of war. Now we rule not just one world, but dozens." She hesitated before continuing. "And your sacrifice was the foundation of it. History remembers you as the protector beyond time." Ryland shook his head. "I didn't save you for glory. You were just a child. You were the only one who loved me enough to die for me," she whispered. "That's why I couldn't let your story end." He looked into her eyes, older, wiser, braver, yet still carrying the same innocent trust he remembered. And something else, something deeper. Before he could speak, alarms blared, shaking the palace halls. A hologram flickered to life. Massive Draconis warships exiting warp space. "They're still alive?" Ryland asked. "Scattered, but dangerous," Lyra replied. "They sense the stasis energy. They know you're back, and they want to erase the symbol that destroyed their empire." Ryland straightened, instincts crashing back like lightning. "Then let's give them a fight." Lyra smiled faintly. "I hoped you'd say that." They reached the command chamber, an amphitheater of holographic maps and glowing star fields. Officers saluted their queen, then stared at Ryland with awe. He ignored it, focusing on the tactical displays. "They're trying to encircle the outer defense ring," he said. "Cut off their lead ships and break their formation." Lyra nodded. "Execute his plan." The battle erupted like a supernova. Enemy war beasts dove through firestorms of plasma. Elendrian solar cannons tore apart cruisers with beams of white light. The Draconis general appeared on screen, sneering. "Give us the human relic," he hissed, "or we burn your world again." Lyra's voice thundered through the chamber. "He is no relic. He is the protector you fear. And he stand with me." Ryland stepped beside her. "You heard the queen." The battle climaxed in a blaze of explosions. Ryland guided the final strike that shattered the Draconis flagship, ripping it apart in a burst of molten fragments. When the last enemy vessel fled into the void, silence fell across the command deck. Elendria was safe. Again. Lyra approached him quietly after the victory, her crown glimmering under the stars, shining through the viewing dome. "You still fight the same," she whispered. "Fearless. Selfless. Muscle memory." He joked softly. "Or maybe I didn't want to disappoint the woman you became." Her breath caught. "Rylan, I waited for you. Through wars. Through rebuilding. Through centuries. I ruled galaxies. But I never stopped feeling like the little girl you saved." He touched her cheek gently. "And now," her voice shook, "now I'm not afraid anymore. Not if you're here." He stepped closer, pulling her into his arms. "I came back for you, Lyra, and I'm not leaving again." Her eyes glowed brighter than the twin moons rising above them. "For 3 centuries," she whispered, "I ruled alone. But now, I don't want to rule without you." Rylan pressed his forehead to hers. "Then you never will." And beneath the silver light of Elendria's moons, the man who died for a child and the child who became a queen stood together, no longer separated by time, duty, or fear. He had awakened into a future he never imagined, and she had waited a lifetime for the moment she could finally say, "You're home."